We're very happy to have this week as our municipal partner Ellen Calves, who is the supervisor of the town of Bedford. Ellen has been in this position since the beginning of 2022. She's been here before, and we'd love to get an update. The town of Bedford, well known, probably the first settled town in Westchester County, 17,000 people, 3 very prominent hamlets, Bedford Hills, Bedford Village, and Katona. And she and her team are doing a terrific job in tackling all the problems that face local government. So without any further ado, Supervisor of the town of Bedford, Ellen Calves. Ellen, thank you for being here today.
Thank you, County Executive Latimer, and I appreciate the opportunity to be here today. Ellen Calves from the town of Bedford, happy to be here and to report on the status of things up in the northeastern portion of the county. Bedford has 40 square miles of geographic land, but only 17,000 residents, so it's quite spread out and rural in most of the town, without a lot of infrastructure for sewer and water, which makes development difficult and challenging. We also have 3 unique hamlets, Bedford Hills, Bedford Village, and Katona, all with a very interesting personality of their own and their own challenges for us to face. One in particular, Bedford Hills, we've had the real benefit of having county cooperation through the DIG grant, which is the Downtown Improvement Pilot Program that the county is doing with 5 communities in the county. And it's really exciting for us. They've done a survey. We have some meetings coming up with the consultant and some opportunity to get grant funding for some initiatives that will improve economic vibrancy and placemaking in Bedford Hills, which it so desperately needs. So we really appreciate that partnership with the county and looking forward to see where it is headed. As far as the other opportunities with economic vibrancy in our hamlets, we've created a position in Bedford, the Bedford Promoter, who is working to increase foot traffic in our hamlets and enhance the small business community. And in that vein, we're also working with the county in a couple of ways. We're having a presentation on the 27th for women and minority-owned business owners and people interested in starting a business who are women or minority, and the opportunities that that program provides to those constituents. So that'll be a program in English, and then again, the same program will be repeated in Spanish in our community to help support businesses. And we've been really reaching out and building up opportunities for our businesses to have more opportunities in Bedford. It's been a sleepy place, especially during COVID, but things are really picking up again. Another area where we've been able to pick up the vibrancy in our towns is through a sewer project in Bedford and Katona, Bedford Hills and Katona, and that has increased housing, where a lot of office space over storefronts has converted back from office space to housing. So that's very exciting for us because we do lack a diversity of housing in our town, and it's something that we're really looking forward to improving over time. And in Bedford Village, we are looking for funding for a sewer project, which we also believe will help protect the environment there and increase the vibrancy in the hamlet. And we're kicking off our comprehensive plan, which is another big undertaking. We haven't updated our plan since 2003, so it's about time that we do that. And that's a program that will look at land use and a lot of the things I've mentioned, but we really also want to make sure it's really focused on people. And so housing is one area where life can be better for people. We're also looking at sustainability and resiliency. Bedford is a climate smart community, a silver status, and we have a lot of opportunities to improve our environment, our resiliency, and our greenhouse gas emissions is a big part of that. We've met just recently with all of our department heads doing an inventory of our greenhouse gas emissions as a municipality, and are embarking on our second fully fossil fuel free building that we will be converting to air source heat pumps very soon, and looking at and evaluating all of our operations to see where else we can do better. We're adding electric vehicles to our fleets. We're adding charging stations, 6 new fast chargers thanks to NYPA in Katona this summer, and a new Lightning Ford truck for our police department is also coming soon. So we keep really pushing forward in that area and hopefully hitting zero emissions by 2040. So we have also in that vein, the Belonging in Bedford initiative is part of something that really embraces our whole community so everyone can feel like they belong in our town. And part of that has been an initiative to educate our community and find ways to reach out to families and people with neurodiversity. So there's been several trainings for our police department and for our department heads, and we will be doing training for our summer camp staff and lifeguards to help them understand people with sensory issues, people with autism, people with other neurodiversity challenges. And there's been a nice community-wide effort in that area where businesses have been trained to understand what that means. And so that's one part of Belonging in Bedford. We have a new group called Bedford Hispanos Unidos that is organizing people in the Hispanic community to have a voice and to come together and celebrate Hispanic heritage in Bedford. So that we're looking forward to that growing into more of an opportunity for that community to have a voice and really weigh in on how the town can do better to make sure that everyone belongs in Bedford. We also have a new playground that is about to open any day in Bedford Hills, which is a accessible, inclusive playground for children with disabilities, and that has also been something we've really obtained a lot of community input and obtained a grant from the state through Chris Burdick to build, so that is exciting. Another area where we've been inclusive is Bedford is the first Adopt a Prison community with the Interfaith Prison Partnership. Because we have 2 women's prisons in our town, it's a committee that was formed several years ago to find out how we can connect with these 2 institutions in our community and support the people who work there, the people who live there, and just how we can work better together with this in our town. And so on April 14th, there will be a showcase of what has happened over the last few years since that Adopt a Prison effort began. And everyone is welcome to come to Bedford if you're interested in learning more about that on April 14th. We also have an Earth Day coming up on April 21st in Bedford Hills as well, near the train station, where we'll celebrate all things Earth Day, including the high school contest for Greenlight Award students who have taken on challenges to solve the climate crisis in their own community, in their own backyard. That is on the same day as Earth Day, April 21st, and we encourage everyone to come to that as well. And finally, our town clerk, Boo Fumagalli, is retiring after 22 years, and she is leaving big shoes to fill, but we wish her well in her retirement as we, the town board will be appointing a new clerk to fill out the rest of her term soon. So thank you very much for this opportunity. I really appreciate it, and I know George will be probably back to visit soon and in the town of Bedford, so thank you.
Thank you very much, Ellen.
Thanks.
Terrific report. We appreciate it. Thank you. That's Ellen Calves, who is town supervisor for the town of Bedford. Make it a point, put it on your calendar, take a look at the schedule for Caramore. That when the weather gets better, Caramore is in Bedford. There's a Bedford Playhouse right in Bedford Village. That's terrific. Downtown Katona's got some nice restaurants, a little bit of shopping. You're right by the train. And Bedford Hills as well, worth stopping by. You can catch gospel music at Antioch Baptist Church at one of the religious ceremonies. Thanks very much, Ellen.
Thanks.
We'll see you soon. Thank you.